Hi, my friends. I've got a cup of tea, just like that intro music said, right? Oh, it's good. It's good. May School, Hero Blender, Billman68, Chiwi Pepper, Bear, thank you for the bananas in chat letting me know that we're live on the twitch.tv/the Xisuma. Or as you know, we're playing on Hermitcraft. We've also got Geordie7859 here for 29 months. Wish I could stick around, nevertheless. I hope you have a great stream. Thank you, my dude. Thanks for tuning in to subscribe. Appreciate you doing that. I made this tea before I started prepping to go live, so it's like totally drinkable right now. I was having a little slurp in the pre-stream music which we brought back. Look at this. Look at this. I've been prepping for a project. Can you guess what the project is? Just based on those boxes. It'll be in the next episode of Hermitcraft. James Did It 72 is here for 6 months. He did it again. He used that Amazon Prime. What a good chap. Thanks for using the Prime on me, my dude. What tea am I drinking this evening? Just an everyday. It's everyday, bro. It's called everyday? It's called everyday. Let's go craft and stock up some bones. I've got so many bones over at the bone shop. Because that's what we do. I was just wondering, should I add... Yeah, should probably add extra barrels over there. We can do that with our ender chest. So I was putting together a list of things we need to do, and realizing there's loads of stuff, so we're going to just do odd jobs. Oh gosh, the mouth burps. I've just finished eating as well. Today I went for a very long walk in the morning, then I went shopping, then I went for a run, jumped straight into the sauna. Where am I going again? This way. Then spent some time cleaning up the kitchen, then cooking. So I ate at like 2 o'clock. Popped onto the computer for 2 hours. Now I've eaten again. And that's it for the day. Now I'm here streaming. Now I get to play Minecraft for the rest of the evening. What did you cook? Chicken tikka masala. With some rice. That was my first meal. And the second one, I had a sarnie. I got a bread roll from the shops. Put in some cheese and meat. Put it in the oven. Had it with some fruit, some yogurt, some nuts, an egg. It was really, really darn tasty. Really good. Enjoyed it. Every now and then I just need a sarnie, you know. Right, so no one's come over here since I've done a big stock up. What we want to do is just keep this bit over here all stocked up, right? In fact, I'm gonna leave these fanciful boxes here. Yeah, my inventory would be full now, wouldn't it? Let's put that one down. Wait, what am I doing? Just put it in there for now. There we go. Cool. We'll start off with some crafting. While people tune in. Was the chicken boiled though, says Goopy? No, it wasn't boiled. I might boil some tomorrow as I'm making some chicken ramen broth with some veggies and stuff. I haven't really thought about how I'm going to cook that actually. Gotta love the shift click. Such a game changer. Automated crafting in Minecraft, I could get on board with that, to be fair. I could get on board with that. It wouldn't be so bad, would it? Dev Chimera is here for 6 months, half a year already. Glad to be here. Let's aim for a full year. Let's hope you call me Chimera instead of Dev this time. My brain just swaps back and forth. That's what it does. Just goes all over the place with some names for some reason. I ain't got an explanation for it. It's just what happens. Summon Sus is here for 32 months. It'll be 33 months tomorrow. Hee hee. I'm 10 days away from terrorizing Europe again, but for 2 weeks straight this time. Hope y'all are doing well. Thank you, my dude. I will be streaming again Sunday, so maybe I'll see you on Sunday for those 33 months, right? 33 months, dang. Yeah, did I say I was streaming again on Sunday? No, I mean Saturday. Yeah, that's right, Saturday. And then maybe Monday. Like, every other day is kind of what I aim for, but then we have a snapshot midweek, so 3 streams a week tends to be what happens. And that works for me. Anybody fasting, says Daddy. That was sort of the point I was getting at when I was talking about my food and stuff today. Just a big window between starting to eat and ending. And then also I'm finding like I can go further without food these days now that I'm not cutting. So like even when I was making my food, I was kind of feeling like, do you know what? I could sit down, have a cup of tea, and then just crack on with the day, and I'd be all right. It's interesting. Because I like eating, but some people do the whole 1 meal a day thing. I don't think I could. Well, I couldn't do that previously, but now I kind of think, yeah, I could probably do 1 meal a day. May school does the 1 meal a day. Cool. Yeah, because I've been eating more. I've just got more energy now. Like when I was eating less, you kind of like you could feel some dips before your meals and stuff after exercise or whatever. But these days I'm just kind of like good with it. I could just have like 1 massive meal if my belly could tolerate it. One meal a day doesn't sound that healthy. Oh. Well, the benefits of intermittent fasting have been well and truly documented. Every time you eat, you fire up your metabolism. Your metabolism is basically linked to aging. And yeah, the idea is like the less you fire up your metabolism to eat, the better it is for longevity. And then there's a bunch of other stuff that goes along with that too, like having less of your blood sugars spiking throughout the day because, you know, you're not constantly bringing in food and was it glycose they call it into your system. See, I just listened to a bunch of podcasts with sciencey people and I'm like, oh yeah, that's great, that sounds good, and then I forget all the proper terminology. I'm sick right now, so if I had 1 meal a day, I'd probably die, says Cat Dude. Depends on what type of sickness you got, right? Like, some people when they're sick, they can't eat. It's, it becomes difficult to eat, right? You need to rest your digestion. It really is very, very circumstantial. When I got sick recently, I was having like 4 meals a day. Just small meals because I wasn't that hungry, but I just kept eating small ones throughout the day. That seemed to work for me. Chimera says the OMAD diet, 1 meal a day, has been proven to be safe. Just take it in mind that it increases blood pressure and cholesterol. Always ask the doctor before doing a diet plan. There you go, there you go. We being raided? No, it's one person. Beta Daniel, thank you ever so much for 25 months of support. Oh look, I pressed a button that says share. What's the share button? Remember, I just turn up here and stream. I don't know how to watch Twitch. I do the live streams. I don't watch them myself. So I've got no idea what's going on there. I'm starting to think this wasn't too necessary. I was sort of expecting to come over here and find the shop like half empty again. There you go. Who's crafted the most bone blocks this season? You know it's me. Excuse me. Oh, you can't hear it, but I've got like the burps. Just holding them down. You don't consume Twitch, says Chimera. No, I don't. Really, the only thing I'll do is just tune in and watch a hermit on occasion. Like sometimes I get to the computer, not sure what the plan is, and I'm just like, oh, I wonder if a hermit's streaming. If a hermit's streaming, there's a likelihood I might just watch for a little bit. Yeah, okay, so with that done, I need to breed turtles next. There's beaches off in the distance. I've probably already done that this season. I was supposed to check before I left, but I know what I need to do. It's just seagrass, right? I think you need shears. So there's a hole right next to me. Like right there, look. I don't want to fall down. You need some shears, you need some bone meal. And we're still in 1.19.2. Now might be a great time to get a lot of turtle eggs, is what I'm thinking. But every time I go to do this, I have to sort of like teach myself again. So first things first, just look at Cleo's base. Isn't it amazing? Isn't it amazing? Wow! What a terrific build. That's so cool. Almond Monkey, 55 months. Wow, I love this community. Everyone did an epic job on building the Let's Play Minecraft Together spawn in the survival over the weekend. It made me feel so proud to see something come together that I spent so much time working on and designing. Awesome, my dude. I will see it myself. Finished before long. Oh, that is a shulker shell farm, and it is in the overworld. And it's near Cubvan's base. Cool. And there's a turtle in a boat. Turtle in a boat. I'm just sort of like flying around and expecting to see some turtles on a beach at some point. There's one there. You want them in a group. You want them nearby. See, there's another little bit of greenery. Aha! Okay, 2 turtles together. What does this mean? Means victory. Potentially. Let's lure. Hi. You and your friend on a beach. What do you think? Let's get some eggs. Come on, that's the way. They're coming, they're coming. Now, normally you do the trap 'em thing as well, right? Like, once you got 3 turtles, that's when you can exploit the bug. Where you can continuously breed them. Come on. You can make it up here. Why do you need the eggs, says Cat Dude? I need it for a project I'm working on. You'll see it in the next episode of Hermitcraft. It is Cub's Farm, says Tom. Thanks for letting me know. Look, there's another one. Okay, this is a spot. This is a spot. We want... Oh, they're different types. Oh, that's a hangover from building that nether thing. Wait. I think it's going to go swim... What is it doing? Is it going to go swim to, like, its birth spot? They do stuff like that, don't they? They have, like, a place that they remember. Like, they remember their birth spot, and then I think they lay eggs there, or something like that. There's so much stuff in this game now. When, like 6 or 7 years ago, I was a little whiz kid for, like, myth busting and stuff, but... I think to myself, like, why can't I do this anymore? It's pufferfish here, dang. And it's like, well, look at the game. There's just so much stuff now. It's hard to remember all the little details. And, like, when you see yesterday's snapshot, they just keep throwing more and more stuff in. Right, I just got some XP from breeding, I think. Maybe I was supposed to trap them first. Like, get them trapped, and then breed them. Oh my god, this is going to take forever, isn't it? We've got the right music for this, though. Oh, dang it, I did it wrong. Don't go. Look. Look at what I'm holding. See, I want to make the beach slightly bigger. That'll work, that'll work. Come on. Come on. We'll get there eventually. Cat Dude says, I haven't been keeping up with the snapshots. Anything cool in it? Yeah, the latest one was epic. They just added so much stuff. I really do feel like there's a changing attitude to what they will and won't add. And it doesn't seem to, like, overlap with, hey, let's fix those inventory issues. I'd love it if they could be a bit more bold and adventurous with that stuff. Right, now we've got them in a pen, yeah? We breed them. They don't want to be bred, do they? Or is it because it was the offhand? Yeah, they've already had their cooldown. Spooky says they only lay eggs on the beach they spawn/hatch on, so you can start trapping on their own beach. Yeah, so you need to find some that have like freshly appeared. Yeah, that sounds right to me. So like the trick used to be fly to where someone hasn't gone before. If you're generating new chunks and you see some turtles, they're going to be near their beach location. And, you know, the other thing is there's probably someone who's already done this. And there's probably just like a spot somewhere with a bunch of turtles. You know, on a beach. I got a feeling... I've got like a vague memory of a location like that, but I think it was last season that we had one. That a bunch of people used. Or was it this season? Did get some... Let's head back to the main area, actually. Cub has a big turtle farm, says Yabio Mofo. Oh, okay. Will the turtles despawn? No, turtles don't despawn. They're not like hostile mobs. Well, the question might be where is Cub's farm? Zedaf might have a farm. Beef and B-Dubs, I don't think, are the sorts of players to make turtle farms. It's us technical players that end up building those because you need the eggs for stuff, you know? Yeah, now that I think about it, it wasn't this season. I've just got like a weird... Oh, hang on. What about these ones? Come on, let's see what happens over here then. Like, do you like this beach? Or are you going to go somewhere else? Maybe I should let go of the seagrass now. Everstrew. Everstaroo. Here for 20 months. Time for my monthly name butcher. I was like, I'm not going to get this wrong. Then I said it wrong. Thank you for the 20 months, my dude. Appreciate ya. Yeah, look. They're going somewhere else to lay these eggs. I mean, they're not laying them here, are they? They change their animation when they do that. So this ain't a good spot. I'm probably going to struggle unless I find someone else who's done the same thing. If I travel a really long distance for them, I might get a bit of luck. I reckon down in Beef's area might be a good spot. Because the thing is, when you find them in these areas where players have been a lot... Wait a minute, this is like, here is the place I have a vague memory of potentially doing this already, and there just happens to be like 4 turtles here? Maybe it was this spot I did something earlier. There's also some creeper twins? 2 creepers in a boat. Right, no turtle egg was laid. However, you are now swimming over here. Maybe you're going to the right spot. Hey, we've got a few more noises in the ear. It's Morebrick77, 48 months. Yes, that is 4 years in a row. Thank you so much, my dude. Incredible. Night Sports is here for 22 months, and Joe Schmo is here with the Amazon Prime. Thanks for using the Prime, my dude. Look at that. Now I have to get you here in captivity in order to exploit this beach. Okay, don't be going anywhere. Luckily, you're nice and slow. Aha! 1 turtle egg! I can actually just silk touch that straight away. So now we need to get the other turtles into the same spot and then just breed them again and again. I think that's the way this works. Okay, I'm going to want one of those. Uh-huh. And then just lure the other ones. We had like 2 over here. Do I see more? Wait, that looks like a whole bunch of them. What am I looking at? I'm looking at a whole bunch of them. Oh, do you know what the ultimate weapon is here? Leads. Hang on, I'm going to breed these ones and just see if they, like, lay any eggs here. We want leads. Leads are going to be great. Rusty Stone 1, thank you ever so much for 4 months of support. And Joe Schmo's gifting a sub. Very kind of you, my dude, using that Prime and then gifting a sub to someone. Red Iraq, you've been gifted a sub. Be sure to say thanks to Joe Schmo in the chat. We appreciate it. Here we go, leads, right? This way I can kind of yoink them about a bit. It's like, hey, you, come with me. Oh, wait. Oh, wait! Someone probably myth-busted this. See what I mean? Too much stuff to remember in the game. I want to try and cultivate a better sense of, like, taking in information, enjoying stuff. I spent the time today to, like, reread some of the snapshot notes and figure some things out, and, yeah, just, I want to become better at, like, whatever I do, right? And for me, I need to get better at remembering stuff properly. Boat would be faster through water, says Tom and X. It would, but... yeah. Got to get them in, then you got to dismount it. Oh my god, that is so slow. I'm sure you used to be able to lead them. Clearly not. They move faster in water. Ah, right, that's making sense. Yeah. Also, I can't let that turtle leg over there hatch. I need to go silk touch it. Come on, turtles. You move faster and more. Who remembers the Xisuma turtles? I absolutely love those textures. They're classic and hilarious. Right, we've got 3. I think there's a 4th on the way. Yeah, look at that. Now they're coming with us. Oh, maybe that other one that just joined us was the one I saw out front. And there's some conduit power going on down here. You cannot place a lead on a Minecraft turtle, but you can place a lead on an IRL turtle. This is true. This is true. Some inconsistencies there, really, isn't there? Hey, the turtle emotes are in the chat. Love it. Love it. They're part of my Vanilla Tweaks texture pack. I love that we have fun stuff on there too, right? Like, not everything has to be super serious. Super serious, guys! Like, super serious, get in here. Thank you. Now that we've actually got them in this spot, like, we can probably just do that for a second. And now they're just bibbity-boobity bop into each other. Oh my god. Come on, get in here. I've got 4 turtles. Therefore, they are 4 Ninja Turtles. Alright? I've just decided. That would be a cool data pack. Like, they have a little headband on them of like a different colour for each of the turtles. I would like that data pack. That would be fun. You could collect them all. Okay, now. Next order of business is to sleep in a bed. Isn't B-Dubs online? B-Dubs! How could you? Clearly an imposter. Not the real. It's not the real B-Dubs. If there's nighttime, it's not the real B-Dubs. Right, lay eggs in this area. I command it of you. I don't even need a lot. I need 6. Can you believe it? Just 6 turtle eggs. I think I already had a handful somewhere. Probably not in here. Probably in my storage. It might be helpful to give him a little bit more sand too. What if blocks were squares in your inventory? Instead of whatever shape this is. Hexagonal, I guess, or something. Hexagon? Yeah, I don't think they're going to lay eggs here. I think we got our 1 and that was it. It's the same thing I said before, right? Maybe those 2 breeding together will yield Can turtles lay eggs on suspicious sand? I'm going to guess not. I imagine the way they're coded to lay on sand blocks. Unless they use a tag and the suspicious sand is a part of that tag. Oh, that actually worked. Hey, another one! There's another one! Come in, good sir. There's plenty of room for more over here. Let me just help you with that whole fence issue that's going on here. Oh, we're double decking over here. Double decking turtles. Dude, look, I gave you a way in and now you ignore. Oh, 3 turtle eggs. Thank you. 4. Oh, that was delish. Just stop doing whatever you do. Stop being weird. That's what Doc said to me that one time. What was that? That was in an event. Stop being weird. Right. Let's get some more breeding action going on. This is it. You can just spam it and get eggs. Is usually how it works. We've got shears. Shears, everybody. Shears. And now we can breed turtles for some time to come. It's simple stuff getting the turtle eggs, isn't it? I think it is. I also need to remember to grab my live stream after I'm done. Actually, I can probably just do it now. I can probably just grab these and make a clip. There's another one outside. They're coming from far and wide, peeps. They're coming from far and wide. Here we go. Oh, this is it. Look, we're absolutely doing it now. All the turtle eggs, they're mine. Breed them up again, right? Let's keep going. How do I make a clip? Let me press... Is it that button? I made a clip. Yay, I could even drag it into the folder right now. See, good video maker me. That will go into that episode. Nice. Right, now we need to get you in here. And get these lot to not push. No, no, don't be shy. That's the way. Oh, this is just terrific. We'll be able to get plenty of turtle eggs from this spot. Gotta be wary though. In the next update, you won't be able to take advantage of them like this. They'll be much harder to breed. Right, can we get any more going? Yeah, we should be able to get a couple more. There you go, look, see the eggs? The eggs are coming. You are making a lot of parkour effects. Almost done here. For our other errand of the day. Oh, I mean, whoa. Whoa! Go easy with that sand. I mean, jeez. Trying to dig a hole? What's going on here? I thought this one laid, Oh wait, it just started trying again. Oh my god, they make sounds. Turtles are getting harder to breed, must have missed that, says Nomadic Nova. It's just that they fixed the cooldown bug. That's why I can come over here and just spam breed them and get some eggs quickly. Like we got 11. And we'll have some more. Maybe they want me to look away, you know, they need a bit of peace and privacy. The turtle is plotting an escape, apparently. Ah. Plotting its escape. I say not today. Damn, they really are taking their time with this next one. I guess I can pack up my things a little bit. We did good, though. We did good. You stopped! Oh, look at that. More eggs. More eggs. Feels weird, like, cracking them with a... with a pick. There isn't... Oh, there is! Thank you very much! Woohoo! We have more eggs than we need. We've got 15 in total. That's terrific. Let's, I'm gonna clip that, drag that into my episode, because that was something I needed to just put in there. Awesome, awesome. Let's go check it out. We have done some things. Yeah, done the turtle eggs. Stocked up the shop. You see on my list I've got like mine obsidian, do some base expansion, finish the new nether tunnel, get some netherite scraps, lower the beacons at the ice farm, and dig a tunnel to the ice farm. I feel like doing a little bit of digging next. We'll go do that. Although I do like having an excuse to like be out on a... Oh my god, magic squid. When I first played this game a long time ago, and for many years, seeing stuff like that was like a really common occurrence. I went back and I watched my evolution of animal breeding. I was a little bit disappointed with that video. Not the video, sorry, the comments. I saw no one commenting saying they come from my stream. It's a really good video. I went and watched it again, and it gave me some absolute nostalgia, but also just reminded me, look, no one's taken the box. No one's taken the box. What about, no one's taken that one? That one up there's gone, is it? Oh, I think it is. No, it's not. The signs just didn't load. Dang it. No one wants these amazing boxes. I can't believe that. That's crazy. That's absolutely cray-cray. Hey, Quick Scythe. Thank you so much for 3 months. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, my dude. So I went and watched the evolution of animal breeding video that I made on my channel. And I loved hearing like my old presentation style and thinking about how different it is to now and like what's good and bad about that. And I feel like back then I was much more into the details. I feel like these days there's like a push to get to the action, and when you go and look at like the old school Minecraft content, you realize like how much more you focused on the details. And that was actually really good for like preserving a little bit of history there, because I would talk about the history of the farm with things like bugs in mind, and pointing out like animals would jump out of minecarts when you reloaded a world, and they would bug through walls, and it explains so much of the builds and stuff. I just wanted to point out, this tower that False has built here is super cool. I'm going to investigate a little bit, because it looks like there's a minecart rail. There's also going to be an Elytra course through False's base, which I'm super looking forward to doing. Okay, up to... this is literally to the... Right, so it's a bring your own minecart thing. Well, where's the crafting bench? Where do I get minecarts from? They're not even in the barrels! I'm gonna put something here. Right, I didn't break anything. That's good. Is it in here? Yeah, it is. Look, a barrel. Then we're gonna grab some of this. And then do, not that one, this one, that's the one. I'll take those, thank you very much. I should grab some iron, do a little stock up while I'm over here now that I think about it. And we don't want all of them because we're about to fill this thing up. Another 3, and 1 for me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we'll turn around and grab a quick stock up since I've got a shulker box on me. Upgrades were made. Not the full sauce for them. Imagine if Mojang had leaned into the flying squid meme and made glow squids fly. That'd be a bit wild, I think. By the way, I don't mean to be mean, says Mustav Varus. I feel like there's another message that's going to follow that's going to sound very mean now. Oh, look at that. Look at how much crazy iron we've got from this crazy iron farm. Yeah, it turns out that was not really worth it. Anyway, peeps, like, go check out that video. I'm dead serious. It's a really good video. The evolution of animal breeding. You'll understand what I mean if you go check it out. It's just like... It's what I remember it being. It's a really nice little preservation of the old days of contraptioneering on Minecraft. Pre-zip crowd, pre-Psycraft, kind of max efficiency. Understanding, like, the game on a code level. This was like basic tinkering that the average player could do. Ah! Well, if that one sits down the bottom, that barrel of minecarts I just added does... And there's already a barrel... Oh, what am I doing? I'm just wasting my time today, aren't I? This, I believe, is probably where the Elytra Course starts then. There might be some information about it here. Like the rules! And there are no rules. There is no rules. Look at this. Gorgeous base. Bam! And you get to race for it. And then you got to go left. I understand, False. I understand. Do I go under the bridge? Oh, look at that. There's one. Oh my god. I shouldn't play it because I don't know if it's finished or not. But it seems like it's going to be exceedingly fun. Whoosh! Here we go. Leetum, thank you ever so much for subscribing with the Amazon Prime. Appreciate you using that on me, my dude. Thank you for subscribing. Have you gotten ahead of yourself, says Lightly Lucid? In reference to what? We were gonna go dig a hole next. Not a hole, a tunnel. While you're wasting your time, I'm eating pizza, says Little Indian. Pizza sounds good. I'm having a pizza on Saturday. I got myself one at the store today. My favourite combo. My favourite pizza combo. Okay, seagrass can go over here. That can go on the ground. And I got the turtle eggs! Woo! This project is going to be mega. Next episode of Hermitcraft, mega farm. Absolute mega farm. Oh, now chat wants to talk about pizza. Not about the history of animal breeding. I'm on my own on that one, clearly. I guess it's far more interesting for me because I lived for it. I made my name. I made my name on the internet as the animal breeding guy. Not that anyone knows anymore. Anyway, I don't have much of a plan for this. Oh, I'll tell you what. We could do this thing just so I can give myself ideas in the future, right? We turn on this, but we turn off that. We don't want the numbers. We press that button. We press it again. We press these buttons. Right. I don't know where that is. Well, I do because it tells me the exact coordinates. Oh, and it's named main AFK spawn route. Brilliant. Well done me, Guardians. Well done me for naming things. This, I believe, might be behind us. I remember where that one is. Let's check the coordinates. Wow, I love this mouse over, actually. Yeah, it's near... It's nearish to these. Actually, I don't know where that is, so maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't remove something. Okay, so that box, yeah, that's here. So that one can get removed. Oops, I just broke a block, didn't I? Or I just poked it, whatever. Okay, so going back in, we're going to add a shape. It's going to be a box. Is line an... You see, line is an option too, but I think I'll be more comfortable with box. So we're going to call this ice tunnel. And just set that here. In fact, I'm gonna go like stand here when we do it. We've got to enable the visibility, so set that here. Right, both of them are sort of on that spot, so it's invisible. So when I come out this tunnel, I want to move over by like 2 blocks. Kush says, sorry, X just joined the stream. What farm are you going to work on? We're not working on a farm. I'm doing errands today. Okay. We're going to go stand over here. Press that. And then set here. Now we should have... I'm an idiot. I've done it wrong. I've done it wrong. I have done it wrong. Okay. I did actually need the line, now that I think about it. So we'll go... remove that and try a line instead. Add the shape, enable it, configure it. Just ice path. Set the first bit here, then go all the way over to the next bit. This is an official dirt moment, says Chimera. Or is it an official learning moment? Oh yeah, by the way, I had some redstone I wanted to do on stream today. I was kind of getting stuck into a little idea and then just thought, why don't I do this on stream later today? Don't let me forget, peeps. If you want some live redstone, we can do some live redstone. So I come up here, stand here, configure that, and set this bit here. That's what I was looking for, right? This just shows me like where I want to change the gradient in this tunnel. So I can see I want to do it just there. And it's good. Throw down some torches while we're at it too. And then on to the next section. I don't know if I'll use this exactly in the future, but I want to be able to fly all the way to the ice farm. So digging this out and prepping for a future tunnel. 2 birds, 1 stone, all of that. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. We've got a beacon beam coming right through this area. Of course we have. Still grabbing those, still stilk touching them. Have you finished your rewatch of Game of Thrones, says Lightly Lucid? No. Now that I'm not sick, the pace will be diminishing. I just watched a ton of it because I was sick. Hi, you can see I've been here before. Had to, yeah, make this all safe. Oh, hello. Let's just back up out of here for a second. Wow, I wanted to get rid of that creeper, but that didn't work out. Yeah, just started Season 7. I'll finish the first episode of Season 7 this evening. This is where I think you start to feel the pace picking up. Like, you can tell they're trying to wrap up the show. And it's Season 8, I remember, being where things just kind of got a bit intolerable. But I will try my best to just enjoy it. Ah! Things are falling on my head. It's the Ed Sheeran episode is the one I watched. Oh yeah, and also, in the episode where Joffrey dies, they're playing music, and I don't know if I noticed this last time I watched it, but I was like, this sounds very much like Sigaros. I don't know how you say it. And so I did a little looking up, and what would you know? They gave Sigaros a little feature, a little bit of a nod, you know? And put them in the episode. But it was funny because I was just like listening to the song that they were playing, and I was like, I really recognise this like sound, this voice. Like, what is? I know this. This sounds like Sigaros. Yeah, I remember watching one of those American talk shows. I think it might have been Conan or something, and he introduced them as, and here from Iceland we have Sigaros. Just says it in like the most American way you can imagine. I think it's Sieros, though, is the way it's pronounced. I started House of the Dragon today. It feels like it fits the GOT world well, says Lightly Lucid. Good to hear. Good to hear. And Jon Snow apparently is getting his own show after that one finishes. Maybe with Jon Snow himself. Jon Snow! You know nothing, Jon Snow. Good stuff. There we go. And up there. Nice. What is that voice? It's just an old meme. It's just an old Game of Thrones meme. Wait, the meme is just saying his name like that. Jon Snow. I can't even do it now. Jon Snow. And it gets like, you know, more and more high pitched. That's the joke. Each time you say it. Ah, this goes to the surface. There's a video called something like Game of Thrones rating as played on the piano, and the note drop into the oblivion at the end is so funny. Yeah, it goes off the edge, doesn't it? Oh well, having, you know, you can always put your own imagination to things. Like, I'm gonna spend a little bit of time just thinking about like, oh, how could this have ended? I remember having a bunch of like theories and opinions when it first ended, but I hadn't watched it like all in one go. And now there's so many more like details and stuff that I'd like forgotten about that make it kind of like interesting. God, I am on fire, aren't I? I'm absolutely on fire. One of these days, one of these streams, we're going to go around these amazing cave systems in my base, and we're going to light them up with glow lichen. I could even do that. I don't know, like, how much of whatever else I've got to do is much of a priority, to be honest. What I'm doing right now isn't the biggest priority, but it's just on the list. Yeah, maybe we could do a little bit of that today. I think finishing the Nether Tunnel really needs to get done. So maybe that one will come first, right. And how are we doing here? What we need is a shovel. I need a shovel. What does chat have to say? That's why I stopped using the flame and fire aspect by default. Yeah, it set yourself on fire in a ways, didn't I? I set myself on fire. Is that a derp? I don't think it is. I didn't give the last one. I was like, nope. Right, another torch. And then sorting out this roof. Did I not bring it down a little bit? You see, it comes down a little bit. That's what we're missing. Even though this isn't even decorated yet, I'm still filling it in. X, are you watching Alt-Shift-X explained videos as you go through? Because he gives a lot of extra information. I am not, but I will make note of the channel. Alt-Shift-X. And I've made a note. I'll check that out, because I'm looking forward to doing the deep dive on the whole series after. That's always a bit of fun when you're really into something. Okay, so like 1, 2, buckle me shoe. And on we go again. Cave made a meal out of this. I love the instruments on this song, says Chimera. Yeah, they got some real nice sounds. It clearly comes from like a MIDI sound set, but whatever one they're using, it's got some nice tones. Hey X, do you do a lot of designing for your base in creative? I find myself doing that more and more. It helps me more organised, knowing what blocks I need, etc. Yeah, I do. And one of the things that I feel like exacerbates that is that they've added so many blocks to the game, it's harder to recall them all. So there's more of a temptation to be in creative mode, just like looking at a list of blocks and thinking about how they might look. I would love to have like a screen, a button you could press in survival that just pulls up all the blocks in the game. Maybe even tabs to like sort them by block palettes and stuff, and then you can just kind of like play in survival, and then what block would go with this one? Well, I'll just press that hotkey and have a look, and like you can see all the blocks. They're not in your inventory, you don't get them for free. It's just like looking through the creative menu to kind of scratch your brain as to what you might be able to do. That would be a really nice thing to have. Be cool if they found a way to just do it survival, you know, add it in a snapshot. And you got like the recipe book button, something like that. Like somewhere there's just a little button for you to press and have a look at all the blocks. And maybe in survival it's like you got to discover them first. That would be a cool way to let players know, hey, you might not know how many blocks there are in the game, but well, with this menu you can see the ones you discovered and the ones that you haven't. Basically describe JEI, says Jerboy. Yeah, I guess I have in a ways, but that mod just looks so modded, right? Like I always think about doing things that feel a little bit more vanilla, like this mod, for example. You know, they're just trying to make it feel a little bit more vanilla. And I rarely... Oh, I'm getting better at using that mod in creative. But it's just I've played this game for so long, you kind of forget that it's there just naturally. But yeah, I've been doing my best to kind of like work that into how I play the game. Let's get another torch down here. Like a catalogue, the recipe book, except you don't need to be in the crafting table to access it, says Windows. Yeah, pretty much like another little button here. There's room for like a couple more buttons. And it could just be a way to look at all the blocks. Oh, look at this. Have we run out of haste? That's not good. I might kind of just leave it there for now then. Wait until I got a design for the rest of it. Or, depending on where it runs out, sometimes you can do the old step back and then go mine again. Like that. And we got some dirt in the way. We got a highlighted message here from Jotsa. Hey, I finally catched your stream. I found your Xisuma Says channel. Nice and chill. Just to sit and listen to someone talking about something and sharing their experiences. Cool, I'm glad you liked it. I like listening to people talk about stuff. Yeah, that's the Xisuma Says channel for anyone out there who hasn't checked it out. It's a channel about things that I say. Funny enough. Worth a browse. Yeah, I recently kind of got my eye on autobiographies. I want to pick out another one. I listened to Arnold's autobiography. That was amazing. The next one that I picked was Will Smith's. And I was going through like a bit of neuroticism at the time, which kind of made it hard to listen to someone talk about like all their success and stuff. But it was pretty good. Will Smith's certainly an interesting guy, but his biography is clearly like written through the lens of him going through therapy to understand himself and his life. So it's kind of heavy in that perspective. Like there's a really big focus on psychology throughout, like his psychology. And I don't know if it was like, maybe it just wasn't what I was looking for, or it was because I was going through like a bit of a neurotic phase. But it was good, and then bits of it were a bit crazy and wild, and overall I liked it. I liked that he weaved in some musical beats for the audiobook. He read it himself, he made it exciting. And next on my list, I've got a novel that's written by the author of the book for the movie The Martian. Right, this guy's written quite a few books, and I think it's called Project Hail Mary or something. It sounded really, really cool, so I thought I'd give that one a go next. Oops. Well, fireworks for finishing a project, right? But yeah, I'm on the lookout for some autobiographies. They're really, really fun. And intriguing just to listen to someone else's life stories. It's fascinating. Because, like, you want to know about people's fantastical lives and adventures and whatnot. And a lot of people do stuff that you yourself, like, don't want to do or are not comfortable with. It doesn't mean, like, you dislike it or anything. And so it's nice to just, like, hear about other worlds and experiences through someone telling you their stories. Project Hail Mary is a great book, says Tish and Cat. Cool. I'm glad you think so, because I'm going to be reading it. Sounds like I might have picked a good one, you know. Right, we'll put that down for another day. So that's another little job off the list. What did I say we could do? We could go light up some caves with glow lichen, but really we need to finish our new Nether tunnel. So take that one off the list, and we'll go work on The Nether Tunnel, which means I need to find some materials. So down below, I have actually continued to work on this area. The block that I realised will fit in this space, I reckon, are these mud bricks. They look kind of structural. And then like the brown and the green, I think is going to work together really well. So this will develop slowly over time. Here's the materials that I wanted to come and grab. Did I leave any others of those around? It would appear not, so we'll head to the Nether now. Oh, what about some mud? Oh yeah, I need more of that. Wow. Ziggurat is awesome, says Kiwu. I agree. What's your opinion on the new Puss in Boots movie? I don't have one. I haven't seen it. I didn't expect to get asked about a movie like that. I don't even know what it's about, and I haven't seen one. Wait, is this spruce or dark oak that we use? Anyway, let's get over to the Nether. I'm currently reading Dunes, says Grovelix. I want to watch the new Dune movie. It's one of those ones where every time like I think of it and go, look, it like costs £10 to rent or something. So I'm like, I'll just wait until this is available on like a streaming service or something along those lines, right? I like to be smart with my choices, because I went through a bit of a phase of just like any movie I wanted to watch. If you had to pay to rent it, I'd be like, go on then. And then after a while, I was like, this adds up. Like maybe I should just pick movies that are a part of what I'm already paying for, right? So now I tend to just watch something if it's available and on like a streaming platform that I'm already paying for, as opposed to like buying something to watch. Have you seen Fight Club? Yeah, about 28 times. And I'ma keep my pants saggy. What? I've seen that movie a lot of times. In fact, I must have watched it within the last year and thoroughly enjoyed watching it again. One of the things I remember in that movie that I'd forgotten about were the little like flickers of certain characters you see at other points. And also like watching that movie when you know the air quotes twists or whatever and whatnot, it's still really gratifying to watch it unfold again. Such a great movie. Yeah, I really do like it. It's a cracking movie. It's just, I think for the longest time it was just one of those movies that I enjoyed in my youth so much that maybe I thought like, oh, this is just a youth thing. And then I went and watched it again and I was like, oh no, this movie's cracking. Like, I didn't really think that. I didn't really doubt it, but maybe that's why I hadn't rewatched it or whatever, you know. I also feel like it's one of those movies that gives you a lot to think about in terms of philosophy and identity and stuff. Like, it really does get you to think a little bit. It also captured the zeitgeist of the time really well, I think. Like, if you were around when that movie came out, it's probably a little bit more relevant. But maybe some of its ideas hold up today. Maybe it'd be nice and relevant for a young generation. Memento's another movie like Fight Club. I have seen Memento a couple of times. I would not say it's like Fight Club at all, really. I think Fight Club is quite unique. You'd be hard-pressed to find too many movies that hit the same pulse. I mean, Memento's more of like a thriller type of movie. The difference is just that Fight Club has so much to say about culture and the world, whereas Memento's, I guess, more of a story around a character. And I'm not knocking the movie at all. It's a great movie. Right. We got a noise in the air. And I've been streaming for an hour. You know what that means, peeps? I've got to stand now. Night Sport, thank you so much for your cheers and biddies, my dude. Supporting the channel over here. Appreciate it. Finished reading Project Mary a few weeks ago, and it was superb. Up there with The Martian. I read Ryan Gosling has brought the movie rights to it. Oh, wow, okay. You know what? I like the idea of having read a book before seeing the movie. I'm not sure how many times in my life I've done that because I don't read a lot of books. So that'll be a cool one to watch when it comes out. If so, I'm gonna be like, oh, I read the book. Let's see how they compare. You know, because I think for most people it's the other way around, right? Like, actually, what am I on about here? What way round? Yeah, no, I think it would just play out that for most people, if you go watch a movie, you probably haven't read the book. There's something my brain's trying to do here with like how many book readers there are, how many moviegoers are there, what types of books, or sorry, movies, yeah, books get turned into movies. I don't think it really happens the other way around. So like, how often is there this experience of I've seen the book? Sorry, I've read the book. I read Ready Player One and then watched the movie a few years later, says Jesus. That movie was for me not very good. Didn't like it much. Right, time to stand up. It's nice to read the book and then see if the actor fits what you think of the characters, says Nice Sport. Yeah. Yeah. You see, doing it the other way around is also an experience too. Not one that I've ever done, really. Maybe if I went and read the Game of Thrones books, it'd be interesting to see how I think of the characters. It feels like my gut reaction is that you're really gonna like impose what you've seen in the movie. I guess maybe it works the other way around as well. Like if you've created the world in your head and then you go and watch it. Are these spruce? No, they're definitely dark, aren't they? If you've created the world in your head and then you go watch it, I imagine it's probably the same as watching it and then reading the book, like just in reverse, basically, right? Like you're just swapping out one impression with another. The argument might be that the cinema creates a stronger impression, but that might also just be because I or you or whoever it applies to is used to watching more. Like if you're used to watching more, maybe that creates a stronger impression than like reading books do. But if you're an avid book reader, maybe what you imagined is what sticks with you. I feel like I'm doing this wrong. No, I'm not. I just haven't placed the other blocks that go across somewhere. So maybe I am doing it wrong? Yeah, look, they come forward by one. Something felt wrong and now I figured it out. So I've been placing these wrong this whole time. But it's going to be nice and easy to fix now. Whoa! Easy there, cowboy. Hello? Oh. Only had one? There we go. I actually think the Martian book and movie work quite well in ways I'd never really seen before between a book and a movie. They each fix things the other didn't do as well. I think that's rare. Interesting, yeah. Could see that happening. That's an interesting observation. I've only seen the movie. Will you be playing the new BOTW game when it plays out? No, I'm not going to play the new BOTW. I'm going to be playing the XYJ game, though, for sure. Got to get me some of that XYJ, right? BOTW, that's so XTC. I'm just not into that, you know. Yeah, games I'm going to be playing this year, City Skylines. I've got this like hunger to make videos on it. Like, I'm kind of thinking like, I really enjoyed making that series last time and building cities. And it might not be the same because we're going to kind of like know the game in a ways a little bit already. But yeah, I'm hyped for City Skylines 2 and maybe making a video series on it. I agree with you. You have this whole world in your head and your own way. You see the characters, and when you watch the movie of the book, you see the characters and your whole little world is blown apart. Yeah, but I'm also saying, can that work the other way? Like if you read the book second after you've watched the movie or the show or whatever, like, can it work the other way around? Where like you just can't see them the same way. What are you talking about, X? ABSD games are where it's at this year, says Vegeta. Yeah, forgot about those. I mean, maybe it's where they're at, but I'm forgetting about them, so what does that say? Gosh. Anyway, what is BOTW? I'm going to play Diablo 4 to myself. Might end up doing some, like, streaming stuff with Hermits or whoever if there's something going on there, but otherwise playing that one for myself. And then City Skylines I'm going to play and probably produce content with, one way or another. And when that time comes, I'm going to take the foot off the gas a little bit with my video content creator schedule, whatever we're calling it. Now, if I recall correctly, I can probably just put the portal here and it would link up. We might just give that a try, you know. So, what part of the process are we doing next? I think it's going to be placing the mud blocks, since I put those in my inventory. I could do... Actually, I've got netherrack here, so that will help. What are we doing? Yeah, so if I come over... what we'll do... Yeah, is place our mud. Nice and easy, right? Then here, I think what we need is these blocks. And then we do that. Oops. And we... Actually, I think we go one block high. Villager noises. I'm actually not quite sure how this is going to work out. So if I put like this here, you can see it on the inside, those 3 blocks. Or have I put that bit too high? I think I put it too high. Yes! Okay, I can see the error now. Right. Now we can make sense of this madness. So that goes at that height. And then it means that we want to... Yeah, we just want to fill in this, and then we do the rest from down below. Got it, got it, got it. Nice. Now we can put in the next few bits of this. Oh, wait a minute. What's going on here? 3 blocks. Oh no! It's all off by 1 block. Then it's correct there. And oh, dang. That's super annoying, isn't it? Accidentally just placed it all off by 1 block. Wow. That means I kind of have to rebuild a lot of what follows. Just how it goes sometimes, isn't it? How many miles of tunnel have you already built this season, says Carls? That's a good question, actually. I don't know. A long distance. Tunnels are important for transport and navigation, right? Before I get too carried away here, we should do the old double triple check, I guess. So how many blocks across is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. we can rebuild it. It's just a thing that has to be done. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ugh, that was bad counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that I can live with. Now we can make the repairs. Looks about right to me now, I hope. Let's get those redstone lamps on. I think I'm just going to build them one segment at a time. Tunnel Mage, says Lightly Lucid. I am the Tunnel Mage. We can rebuild, we have the technology. We do, we have the block pasting technology. Also, I missed a noise in my ear 6 minutes ago. Thank you so much, Kristin. 1959 for 3 months of support. And we got Drew Dude coming in for 21 months with the Amazon Prime. Thank you so much, Drew Dude. Appreciate your support as always. And peeps, hit that follow button here on Twitch. Good things happen to you when you do that, apparently, you know. What a great reason. Who doesn't like good things? Yeah, those are no longer necessary there. Oh, secret entrance? No, I don't think so. Hey, we got Coulter Milk here, resubscribing for 5 months. And yes, I probably have absolutely butchered your name. Have a butcher name emote on me. God. Pretty sure I got that one wrong. Xisuma, did you stand up? Yeah, I've been standing for a while now. Feeling good. Feeling good at my stand-up desk. Getting that posture. All sorted out, right? Okay, let's try and clear up this section a bit. Oh, I've accidentally placed too many blocks over here. Coulter Milk says you nailed it. Oh, I got it right. Brilliant. Brilliant. That's a rarity. Yes, no, this is all correct. This is all correct. This is making sense. I've just got a lot of blocks on my hotbar. Yep, all good. And then you put that there. Then you put that there. Right, so then this is where the stairs are actually supposed to be. Do you know what I've just realised? The music has stopped. Start it up again. Yeah, so I also need some lights for this project. Let's go grab a lantern. Get ourselves some of those soul lanterns. Uh-huh. Finish this a little bit up here. Yeah, we did a lot of tunnel building around like the New Year transition, right? January and December. We were working on tying up some loose ends, which I've enjoyed doing actually. The world feels very very on top of it. at the moment. At least for me, like, there's not a lot of, like, unfinished stuff lying around. That goes there. These go here, and that's another section done. Right, and then as you'll see, we've got to put in the lamps again. Hey chat, I need a little help here. So I've been playing Minecraft with T-Launcher, and I want to buy the game. I saw on the internet someone selling their account for 16. Should I buy it, or is it a scam? Says Tank. Dude, just buy the main game. Like, the price difference isn't that much, right? Like, why risk it? Why risk 16, you know, to save a couple of dollars on a potential scam account? Also, I wouldn't recommend using a third-party launcher. I don't know what T-Launcher is, but I personally just stick with the Minecraft launcher because at least your credentials are with Mojang and Microsoft and not some third party, as there's been some dubious activity and issues with security of using those third-party launchers in the past. You know, security leaks and all that kind of stuff tends to happen. You know, no one's safe from it, but you'd rather have all your info with Mojang and Microsoft than some third party. At least that's what I'd be comfortable with. It's also against Minecraft's EULA to sell a Minecraft account. Always buy the game straight from the source, yeah. X, how do you go about finding new music? Really curious, says Vegeta. Just gotta go out and look for it, right? Music journalism, reading, searching for stuff. Don't know what to say, really. Like, that's what you just do. You go look for it and see what you can find. I've been, what have I been listening to a little bit of lately? I've been trying keywords on Spotify a bit lately, and I found a really good combo the other day. I forget what it is though. I need to go sort of bookmark it or something. But there's a lot of this like dub music that's more like ambient leaning, a bit more relaxed, a bit down tempo. And I just found the right keywords for it, and immediately I found a playlist with the exact mood I was looking for. It had all of these like classic dub sounds on like slowed down, down tempo beats, and just real cool, like relaxed but sort of semi-energetic vibes. And there's a few other things. Like I found the latest record on my music blog is about a rap metal, you know, 2000s era sort of remix compilation album, and that was just because I was searching for some rap metal sort of stuff. I just had a little bit of like an itch, like something I wanted to scratch. Just wanted to hear something like that, and then I found this playlist, and I was like, "Wait, what's this album?" And then go down the rabbit hole and find these new songs to enjoy. Yeah, it's literally just the act of searching, right? Like you gotta search. You gotta look. Do you listen to much 80s, 90s hip-hop like Public Enemy or Eric B. and Rakim, says Cat Dude. Eric B. and Rakim I was getting into when I started playing Minecraft like 12 years ago. Rakim, probably gonna be in my top 5 rappers. I love the 80s, early 90s sound. Wu-Tang are probably like my favorite of that kind of era, just coming out of the 80s, embarking on a new sound. And I've been listening to a lot of Wu-Tang lately. I've been really getting pulled into it, especially watching the show they've got on Disney. Just the latest one about the Liquid Swords album was so fascinating, especially like when you watch the show, they rework the original instrumentals, and some of them sound so banging the way they've like updated them and modernized them. Look, someone took the ender chest. It always happens over here. I'm really hoping that they do like a soundtrack to that, where you can hear all of the songs with like the modern remix and the actors rapping instead of the original rappers. I think that would be really cool. But yeah, like I love that era. Like exploring that was awesome. Those early 90s sounds, some of the more jazzy ones are like A Tribe Called Quest I go back to quite often, but Wu-Tang is like a big one for me. And Inspector Deck, man, I've been listening to that guy's rhymes and like reading them at the same time and really trying to get my head into them. He's got such a amazing flow, and I kind of just like took it for granted all these years, and then recently it just sort of kept noticing. It's like, oh, it's his verses are those ones with those like wild little rhymes that catch my mind, and then I'm like, okay, I need to like dig in and find more, and then I'm going through all the songs he's in and realizing he's my favorite verse on like each of these Wu-Tang songs. So like, I need to pay attention. Do you have a favorite Wu-Tang member? Well, yeah, there you go, right? Like pretty much Inspector Deck at the moment. Previously, I would have said Raekwon the Chef. And probably when I first listened to them, it was Method Man, because like he's so just easy to enjoy. Let's play some of these blocks. Let's keep it going. I love Jizza, says March of the Fire Ants. Yeah, he's pretty awesome too. I feel like after seeing that episode, I want to get more into the Liquid Swords album, because it really kind of like laid out what the record is about. And as much as I love rapping and rhyming and all of this, like I'm not particularly great with lyrics in terms of following along. Obviously it depends on the type of rap you're listening to and whatnot, but the Jizz had a lot to say with that record, and it feels like maybe going back and giving that one a go. Oh dang it, I need to craft some more redstone lamps, Nomadic Nova says, yeah, a random Twitch stream chat is not the best place to get computer advice. To keep it short, I've been sticking to Asus machines and hardware desktops for years, so I usually point people in that direction. Who's asking for computer advice? It is not a great place to ask over here. Like, you could ask me, hey, you got any advice for getting a computer? And I might be like, yeah man, you should get this thing, but I don't know you, I don't know what you're after, right? Like, you should go to like places online that are, you know, accredited sources, for lack of a better term. Like, if you go to a Twitch streamer who Twitch streams building computers and talking about them, you're probably finding someone who knows what they're doing, right? Like, to just go to a random place and ask for advice that's unrelated, I mean, you're just increasing the chances of basically getting some faulty information. I thought I brought some glow ink. Yeah, I thought I brought some glow stuff back from a farm the other stream, but apparently not. And it's reminded me on my list of jobs, one of the things to do is to go put in some more shulker boxes at the witch farm. So if we're going there, we might as well do that. So first of all, grab some wood, grab some shells, off we go. Davis Curry says, hey guys, thanks for the computer advice and sorry for asking in a Twitch stream. Yeah, probably not the best idea. You know, go to forums, go to Reddit's, you know, there's a Reddit for building a computer. Go to Linus Tech Tips, or look up who the big tech channels are talking about computers and stuff on YouTube. Like, go to accredited places and learn, right? Don't try and look for like someone to just give you the one size fits all answer. It's better if you like understand what you want for your computer, because if you just say, look, what should I get, someone might give you a configuration that's actually not optimal for what you want to do. LTT is currently gone, they got hacked. Say what, Mayschool? That is wild. Like, just the other day I saw one of those videos popping up on my phone. Let's go have a look. Oh, the first thing, a video about them getting hacked. I'll add that to the play later. Okay, let's try Linus Tech Tips. Wow, yeah. It's gone. Okay, let's see. You know what? There's this environment now for getting news and learning about things. It's so fast. It's so grab attention. Linus Tech Tips. Hacked and banned from YouTube. And then things got much worse. Like, I don't know what to trust sometimes. Because there's this, like, real strong incentive to, like... You know, like, every day there's videos being put on the internet of, like... Elon Musk just did this and it changes everything. This new James Webb Telescope discovery breaks the internet or something, and it's just like, yeah, but it doesn't. and then you start to tune it out, and then when you tune it out, you're like, I'm not sure like where the good information is anymore, right? Like, hang on a minute. Where do I go to actually like find out the real deal? I was listening to this podcast yesterday, and they were talking with another podcast podcast host, and he's basically saying like, I do the opposite of that. Like, I take the big stories that you heard about a couple of years ago, and like do the deep dive on them once the dust has settled. And I really liked that. I was like, yeah, that's so much better. But it's just not current, right? And so anything that's current just gets sort of whipped up into this frenzy of like trying to convince you need to see this thing. You won't believe what just happened and all that. And it's like, now I don't know what to believe. Oh, don't I need a crafting bench? Where did I just leave my ender chest as well? Did I put it up there? Huh. I left my ender chest back at my base, maybe. What's going on here? There shouldn't be ink sacks floating around here. Right, that appears to be stuck. I need to go give those things a nudge. Flawed design, basically. Some people will do anything to get viewership, says AC and Tuck. Well, you know, it's the thing is, it's like a scale. It's a slider. It's like I do it. I have to present things in a way. Can I put stuff in front of your eyes that makes you want to watch the video? My philosophy is that I want you to like be intrigued and then satisfied. And people's opinions on if I've achieved that or not will change based on how they perceive the thumbnail and what they wanted from the video, right? So when I see those videos, I want to click on them and get a sense of like, yeah, everything did just change, but I don't. And things tend to not just all change all of a sudden all at once, right? Like they're really just trying to get your clicks, so to speak. Let's go ahead and put these ones down over here so we don't make mistakes. Control Milk says, I think you deliver on that. Thank you. I imagine most of you watching will consider that, because if I didn't, you'd probably be someone that... I would be someone you don't pay attention to anymore, right? Philip DeFranco is terrible for it. He will talk about something for 30 seconds out of a 10-minute video, but the one thing will be a pretty girl, and he will include it in the thumbnail. Yeah, Phil absolutely plays that game, and... one of the things that annoys me about his content and why I don't watch it anymore, I'm not having a go. Everyone's got their hustle, everyone's doing their thing, right? It's just the amount of stuff that's like, oh, there's outrage on the internet. And it's like, this outrage is like 2 or 3 tweets that you showed me. And the internet is freaking out about it. I like to do that so much more now these days. I like to be like, let's quantify this. Right, just do it yourself. Next time you encounter like some big thing that's happening, take a head count on it. Like, do they show you, like, how many tweets does it take for the internet to actually clearly be freaking out? Like, what's the threshold of, like, hang on a minute, something is happening and people are going crazy about it? Like, you're probably going to come up with a number of, like, 1 million, or maybe just 10,000 is good for you. But then, when you watch, like, where this stuff is coming from, it's just, like, 3 or 4 people on Twitter is all they've got to show for it. Maybe the world isn't actually freaking out, you know? Doesn't feel like the world is freaking out when all you showed me was a few tweets. I've become so dubious of it now. Drama when it's not really drama at all. People just fell out over something silly, like kids having an argument in the playground. Next day they're friends again. Yeah, there's that kind of drama. Sometimes it's about stuff a little less drama-y, more, you know, political, topical disagreements. But then the other thing about drama is like, drama's an industry, and if you follow the YouTube drama industry for a little while, you'll notice that at the end of the day, most people are actually just friends, and they all kind of like realize that this is just creating views, and you know, it's good for everyone involved. Like, if we don't have dramas, then we won't have content. I stopped watching a lot of that stuff a while back too. Wiggly Fox, thank you for 37 months. Appreciate your support. Thank you so much. 37, dang. These numbers, they freak me out. I mean, we got some 90s up in here, but dang, any number's amazing to have someone stick around. Southie Man says, our attention spans are growing shorter and shorter, and we're becoming so desensitized, it all becomes clickbait. Yes, yes. Absolutely. I'm at a point now, though, where I've distanced myself from that stuff, like, mentally, and it's making me appreciate trying to be more in the moment. I've got a lot of work to do with that, though. I just notice how, like, my mind wanders a lot. But it's because there's all these, like, things in the world, like, pulling for your attention, and when you can, like, slow it down, it really does help. Like, I put less videos on my watch later list on YouTube now. Like, I used to put, like, absolutely everything the channels I follow uploaded on there, and just had this constant feeling of, like, needing to get through it all. And now it's like I'm gonna actually, like, when I get to that video, I'm gonna be more fussy about what video I'm gonna watch, and then I'm gonna really enjoy it, right? And try not to just be constantly pulled in these different directions of all these things that are happening. Try and just get a little bit more focused and get more into that thing you really want to enjoy. I call it Twitter journalism. It's kind of the internet version of those celebrity tabloids. Yeah, it is a little bit. There is good journalism that takes place on Twitter, though. I wouldn't knock it fully, just for being Twitter. And there's a lot of important communication that goes on there, but it does all seem to come with a lot of nonsense too. A lot of knee-jerk reaction and, you know, first thing that comes to mind kind of responses. It's so bad for communication as well. Like, I was going to think that one's probably got the glowstone in now that we've taken that long trip. Hey, we did some shulker shell stocking up. That was a good thing. Certainly wasn't a bad thing. I had this notion, like, about this just the other day. That... Oh yeah, I know where Amanda chest is. It's in the Nether. On Twitter, like, we're just stripping out all the humanity of people talking to one another. We're boiling things down to, like, short, snappy statements of, like, see, I'm right, you're wrong. And the better way to communicate is to have that human connection, to understand the other person and where they're coming from. And Twitter just seems to strip that kind of stuff out and create this environment that's a bit snappy and hostile. And I'm glad I don't get involved in that anymore. However, because I do have a Twitter account that I do check for, like, Minecraft news, and I like to see, like, I like to have this way for anyone to just kind of, like, shoot me a message, which is Twitter. But dang, like, every now and then, you know, maybe it's like every couple of weeks you'll get those, like, snappy hot takes, like, aimed your way, like, sometimes just seemingly out of nowhere. And it's like, man, if we were just, like, face to face, two people, this is not how we would communicate. feel like the word drama has lost its meaning to some extent on the internet. Sometimes drama is something silly. I've always seen things called drama that are very serious topics, even actual crimes. I feel like calling those things drama dilutes the severity of said topics. I personally feel like the word, as I understand it, when it comes to serious news, I wouldn't be using the word drama to describe that. So, to me, I'm okay with the way the term drama is used, because I feel like it's describing what I'm seeing. Serious news is news, you know? That's at least just how, like, I think about it. Because language is a funny old thing, right? Like, you know, we have these words, but we may think we, like, agree or converge on the meaning of a word, but we still interpret them differently through just emotion, and sometimes just misunderstanding, or being from a different culture can create a different understanding of what you think a word means. Often, sometimes this can lead to, like, some hilarious stories of foreigners trying to communicate to one another and not understanding the meaning of the word, but, like, sometimes we communicate to one another not realizing that we perhaps say these words but have a different picture of what it is in our head. And that's just language. Kira says, hey, what are we working on today? We're working on a nether tunnel. Oh yeah. Is that right? That feels wrong to me. Like, why is that one... Oh no, that one just doesn't... Okay. If it's the same over here, I no longer care. We want to finish this up. We are actually very close to finishing this up. And we've got a noise in the ear. It's the one, the only Joel Duggan! One half of the Spawn Chunks podcast. You see, that was me doing my best. Okay? I'm terrible with my memory. Sometimes you've got to stop and think for a second and it'll come to you. I got it right, didn't I, Joel? The Spawn Chunks podcast, which I've been a guest on. I am going through this thing lately. Oh, that's wrong. I'm going through this thing lately where I am just constantly noticing how bad my memory is. And I really want to work on it. And what I'm learning is that, like, you need to take the time, stop being in a rush, calm down a little bit, that kind of thing, and let it come to you. It's the same with reading names, actually. Like, I butcher so many names, I need to just take a bit of time sometimes. Like, hey, look at that name a little bit. It's the fact that I'm live, it makes me feel like I'm in a rush or something. Gotta keep talking. Oh, can't be silent. Oh no. Everyone will just disappear if I'm silent. Girls, thank you for gifting a sub to Joel as well. Appreciate you doing that. Supporting the community with the gifted sub. Very kind of you to do that. Joel Duggan says you did indeed. Thanks kindly for the shout out. Yeah, the Spawn Chunks podcast. If you are looking for a Minecraft podcast, I mean, I can't recommend one better than the Spawn Chunks podcast. So, if that's what you're looking for, you got a recommendation right there. Peeps always asking for recommendations. Right, we've got to do that. Do this. And then put these logs in. One more, actually, yeah. I listen to the podcast Spawn Chunks every week, says Running Man. There you go. Got yourself another thumbs up in the chat for that one. Linksy, thank you ever so much for 6 months of support. Greatly appreciated. Hope you're enjoying the stream, my dude. Right, let's hop back in over the side here and finish this gap up. And then this bit, guess I want to leave a few blocks up here. That's the way. Come on, down we drop. Nice-ish, because that block there did not place properly. There we go. There we go. Right, I believe we got some highlighted messages from our moderators in the chat here. Before we do that, I'll have a quick scan. What's chat talking about? Alright, how's my TCG progress going? Since I got sick, I haven't played at all. I've been wanting to get back into playing the online one, and here on the server I've just, you know, everyone else is going wild with it, and I've fallen well behind, so... On that front, a little demotivated, but looking forward to the tournament, that's for sure. Definitely going to get involved in that. Have some matches and have some fun again. And there's new cards on the horizon, so I have reasons to get back into it. Joel says, looking forward to chatting about the new snapshot this week on the show. I did my homework and watched your video on it. Cool. Yeah, the section in my video about the sculpt calibration, I worded it so poorly. I was getting a little bit confused because it's bugged out. I did some testing today, and basically all of the frequencies have been offset by 1. So when I was testing for stuff and trying to show it, it felt like it kept changing on me, whereas actually it was getting bugged out. And so when I went over it today, I could see what was wrong with it and stuff. So I'd recommend getting hands-on with it and just like learning what it's about and completely ignoring my explanation of it. Farron says, yeah, I noticed that on Martin's stream as well. Yeah, I watched someone else do a video on it where they didn't have it bugged out, so it might be a, like, not everyone's is bugged out. There's something that's causing it to bug out, so good to know someone else had it, because I was messing around with it, and I was just like, I can't figure this out, and then after a while I started to think, let's like, shift everything by 1, and then, it makes sense. Cybot says, Xisuma, I think the frequencies are not bugged. The book you used had 16 pages, not 15. It is bugged because I did it again. I started from scratch. I put in the signal strength and used F3 so I could actually see and make sure what was going into the sculpt sensor. It's like all bugged out by 1. It's offset. The first 2 are treated the same. So that's why, because I was focusing on jump and walk, because I could just do them in front of the thing. Like, they weren't behaving properly because they're bugged out. And then, as I was showing it, and because when you watch the video, like, I've actually recorded loads of clips and cut some out. And one thing that can happen is that I have the information in my head. I unload it by talking to the camera. And then, if something goes wrong or I have to go back on myself, like, I talk about it again, but it doesn't come out the same way because it feels like you've taken that out of your head and put it over here. And when I watch the video back, I'm just like, oh my god, the way I'm saying this, like, I know what I'm trying to say, but it just sounds completely flipped. And so the fact that it was bugged out was confusing me when I was trying to show it, and it would sometimes lock up and not do anything, and so it really just made that bit of the video terrible. And it annoys me because every snapshot I try my best, and then the following day I'm always in like super self-critical mode, just looking at that stuff and just seeing everything I could have done better. But over time I do believe I have managed to significantly improve here and there, so I'm doing something right, I hope. That's what I'm looking for. So we're gonna build a big old portal next, and then maybe go mine some more of this stuff in the Nether, or End Dimension might be more suitable. Now, I wanted to make a follow-up video showing you all the different things that you could do, but while they're bugged out, I kind of wonder if I should wait a little bit and then probably miss the mark on that. A lot of stuff you do on YouTube, you want to be sort of like prompt, you know, you want to catch the interest. Yeah, I was thinking it'd be cool to set up like a demonstration of what each different frequency can do, because before, the problem with the original sculpt sensor was that what am I looking for again? Flint and steel. The problem with the original sculpt sensor is that you can't filter the frequency. So like, you might know about all these things that you can do, but all this other stuff's going to be happening around this thing, so like what's the point? It's not going to work the way you want it to. Now that you can filter it, that's the one. Now that you can filter it, you're going to want to know what each frequency can pick up, because if it can pick up the sound of a cow mooing, like, well, you can now think, if a cow moos, I can do something with this calibrated skulk sensor. Joel Duggan says, "Lol, will do. Ilmango had a really solid video and explanation as well." He did. He always does. That guy is super smart and you know, really good at explaining stuff. And also, he also explains stuff from a bit more in the mindset of like a technical player. So when he introduces a new feature, he also sort of identifies the shortcoming of the previous thing, like with the Amethyst and the Skulk linking up. See, this is where my self-critical mind like kicks in. I'm thinking like, I need to explain stuff like better, like that. Oh yeah, we're looking for coordinates here. I tend to just get a little sort of focused on just explaining it as is. But you know, on the other hand, maybe that's why people like what I do, right? 1672. So it's actually supposed to be a ways over there. I think what I'm going to do is just nestle this thing into this space. How big do I want it? God, I got to get rid of this now. It's making it weird to look at the screen. Yeah, like maybe my strength and the reason my snapshot videos do well is just because of how I tend to explain stuff, right? So what I'm saying, I guess, is like, I don't know whether to like stick to my gut or to like try and change, but I think I should always try and do better, and if I feel like that's something that helps you do better, then go for it. Yeah, there you go, they link up because there's not much else going on here. That's good. Curls of Doom is gifting a sub to Estelian. Thank you so much for gifting the sub, Curls. Appreciate you supporting our community again. Estelian, welcome to the stream. You have indeed missed a fair bit of it. Right, and we're gonna hop back through the portal and probably just go get some obsidian because I'm starting to run low a little bit and we're in a bit of a waffle mood. And we've got some highlighted messages from chat. Cybot says, it would divide the signal strength between the pages. Not sure how the rounding works in this case. Yeah, like I said, I conducted my tests with signal strength instead of the book. So I was looking at the signal strength going into the like I put a piece of redstone going directly into it and measured the signal strength of the redstone. That's what I did. Like, I ruled out it being something funny with the lectern because I thought, what if there's a bug between this thing and the lectern, right? Oh yeah, what did I have behind that thing before? I think it was literally just black concrete, right? So like, what block? I think I might just put mud. That's kind of dark. I'll put that behind the pool. X, you missed a glowstone lamp at the end of the path. Oh yeah. Well spotted, well spotted. Right, let's come back in here. And then need to take redstone out. For a lamp. Could you try to show us the bug to see if it was really a bug or not? I could, but then I got to fire up the... Wait, did I not put the lamp in? I got to fire up a snapshot and... in the middle of doing this. You know, I spent like half hour on it earlier today. I'm not going to go through it all again. I'll wait and see what Mojang do. Ah, lights. Let's wait and see what they do about it. Right, all of those things are in there. These things are ours again. We've got some junk to throw away. And I could probably do some more rockets. Oh yeah, and I need to add a sign as well. What happens when I press X and I'm in an inventory? It doesn't do anything. Doesn't do anything. Interesting. So down here I've got a sign. Xuma's base. It's just dark oak sign. I think I might have one through here. I'm a newbie to extremes, but I agree, Carls of Doom. You do seem like a very friendly and generous person, so here's the appreciation thrown your way. There's Nomadic Nova. Oh, Carls is always generous with the gifted subs. Badger Spanner, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Also, Badger is here with the Prime for 52 months. Thank you so much. Appreciate you subscribing, Badger. This is the one over here. Yeah, no dark oak sign. Wait, didn't I just... Oh, I just left everything on the other side of the pool. You put the lamp away without placing it. Oh my god, of course I did. Dang it. That's why I got all confused. I thought I was putting it back. I was actually... Oh, what a wally. What an absolute wally I am. Yeah, so what I want is just... Yeah, let's make use of this thing over here. Right, so we get some sticks. Then we make some signs. Yada, yada, yada. Okay, and then we want a glow ink and a white dye. Which one is useful items? Lead? Yep. Inventory management, the game, I'll tell ya, the game. I don't think I put the mud blocks where they're supposed to go even, no. Uh-huh. Right. Sweet. And down to the other end. Little Indian says, if you could be a game developer on any game, which game would you choose? Can't pick Minecraft. I'll be a developer on my own game, of course. What else is it? There we go. I now have a secondary connecting tunnel. So I can get to my spot from both sides, which is pretty cool. And I'm probably now going to end up using this tunnel more than the other one. I don't know why I chose to hook it up on that side. But yeah, this is... Also, I really like the design here. We did good. We did good. And that leaves me with some obsidian to mine, right? This stuff's just junk to go back into the sorting system. Let's go to the end dimension, repair some tools, mine some blocks, that kind of stuff. Hello, Xisuma, been watching you on YouTube a long time while following you on Twitch for a bit, but you're usually live at a time where I'm busy or one thing or another. How are you doing today? I'm doing alright. Usually I stream this sort of time on a weekday, maybe a bit later, and then on the weekends I stream in the morning, which occasionally I've done evening streams, but on Saturday I plan on doing a morning one. Not sure quite when. I'm going to go for a walk in the morning, go for a run, go in the sauna again probably. And then at some point I need to stream and eat. And then in the evening I'm going to have a zonk out. I'm going to watch a movie, have a pizza. I've got a Halo top in the freezer. Just going to relax. Because you need that. It can actually make sense to mine some obsidian first. X, do you do Peloton? Someone had your name on there. I do not do Peloton. That was not me. What was this big message I had earlier that got shunted up? Right, let's get to the top here. Land safely. And well, that thing's going to be making some noise while I'm here, isn't it? Jeez. I'm going to have to turn it down. Which is what you usually do when you come here to use that farm with the Enderman. Vegeta says... Oh, philosophical question for you, X. Do you think humanity will continue making technological progress forever? Or do you think at some point we'll just sort of stop and focus more on being happy? If so, when do you think this change will happen? Like, how far into the future? I've been thinking on this one for a bit. I think it's not going to be binary, like we just sort of go, oh, happiness is now a priority, because, like, collectively we are all individuals with different influences, thoughts and feelings, you know, waging on our priorities. I think technology will continue to improve, but like resources is what technology requires. So resource management, if we're unable to sustain ourselves on this planet, that'll probably be the thing that shunts technology, right? But also desperate situations can create, you know, Hail Mary type projects. There's some projects that are being funded for global warming, right? Like you know, you got your push for your renewables and trying to consume certain things less and making smart decisions. There's also people like investing in researching, spraying, I don't know, chemicals and stuff into the sky that emulate the opposite of the greenhouse gas effect. I can't remember the specifics, but like. That's like a Hail Mary technology. It's like our last solution. Like, if we mess things up and we can't sustain ourselves here, then maybe we do something extreme and crazy to try and make that happen, to make it possible. So, as scarcity and, let's say, like, resources dwindle, if we end up in a situation like that, it might also push technology forward too. You know, if one of those things turns out to work, one of those extreme ideas, then you might usher in a different sort of era. So, you know, the future's very difficult to predict, really, in terms of specifics. But I think people's happiness and well-being today is got to be significantly better than it was a few hundred years ago. Maybe that's a little bit of a materialistic take on things through like measuring, you know, infant mortality and stuff, nutrition and the availability of food. But yeah, but then like, you know, now we're going through an era where we talk about mental health, which for the longest time wasn't really a sort of thing you could bring up. So I feel like we make progress in both directions. The big problem is just our propensity and bias towards negativity just means that we focus on issues and maybe don't get the opportunity to step back and realize how many of them we've actually solved or progressed upon. And so it's easy to look at the world today and see all the chaos and the madness and think that like we're on a downwards trajectory, but really I think we're on an upwards one with some big challenges in front of us. Sustainability and global warming obviously being big ones. That was an interesting question, my dude. Thank you for it. We talk more about feelings than actual mental illness, though. Those taboos are still enforced at this point, says Badger. Well, I talk about my own mental problems through the lens of terms that cross over with mental illness, so it depends on where or who we're looking at, right? Like, people being able to talk about their feelings more is one thing, but do you use the language of mental health? Like, last week I had a very neurotic, emotional week where I just couldn't control this sort of impulsive, like, worry, self-doubt, self-annihilation in my own mind. And it's always weird when you go through it because it feels like it's so easy to understand and identify when you're on the other side, but when you're going through it, it always just sort of clouds everything a little bit. But yeah, I'm using the language of mental illness to describe this stuff. I meant the big problems that the government use, not your personal stuff. Oh, well, I don't know what big problems we're talking about that overlap with the government then. I know there are a lot of issues in this world. X, have you thought much about how quickly we've made advancements in medicine? It's something very close to my heart because even in my lifetime, I've participated in trial treatments and discoveries that improved my quality of life in ways that 20 years ago were thought to be impossible. Yeah, I'm very aware of how well medicine has advanced. It's really, really quite incredible. It's also like, people don't say my depression is taking me down today. People say I'm not feeling very hopeful today, or similar. Still saying I have autism is very different from socializing is hard, says Average Zing. Yeah, yeah, I get your point. I get your point there. That's personal though, right? And I guess for me, like, I use the language of the, I guess, you know, not the emotional language, but sometimes I just identify the terminology for it, I guess. But that's just me. It's definitely like improving though, right? Like, the thing I say quite often is that we started like, we were cave people, right? And like all of this that we now have today, all this knowledge and technology, it's just like, it's come out of nothing when you compare it to like what life once was like. And so it's easy just to see things as negative, as like, we're not there yet, we're not at the next step, we haven't solved this problem, we haven't solved that problem, and not realize how many we have solved. Like, you'll always pick living today over experiencing what it was like hundreds of years ago. X, what would you recommend for hosting a Minecraft server? I know you said in one video that Logic servers were good, but what's your personal opinion on server hosting? Yeah, go with Logic. They're a good company. The guy who runs it, I've known for a long time, and they know how to run Minecraft servers. You can also get a dedicated server with them, which is what Hermitcraft runs on. We host our own dedicated server. We're not with a hosting company, but not everyone knows how to do all of that technical stuff. I don't even know. We've got people that help us with it. But like, if you are a novice with this stuff and you don't have the time to learn all the server stuff, then you want to, you know, go with a hosting company. And I'm happy to recommend them because I know who runs it and I know they know what they're doing. Whereas in the past, I've seen some that were a bit more, let's say, dubious or whatever, but not going to name names. Just I'm happy recommending them. If you're out there listening and you're like, oh, Logic servers, I'm interested. Like, I want a server for a couple of friends, or maybe you want a dedicated server so you have performance like Hermitcraft does. You can go to linktree.xisumavoid.co and you can find the affiliate link to Logic over there. Sorry I'm late to the conversation about technology, but I recently saw a YouTube video from where a scientist talked about that the world is predicted to run out of rare earth metals in the next 50 years, and the closest place we can mine them is the moon. It's a space fan. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier about resource management, right? But one of the things is that at each point in history there's someone saying that we're going to run out. There was someone around the 1900s who said everything that can be invented has already been invented. And, you know, the truth is, like, we just don't quite know, because we live in a system of, like, adaptation as well. So, like, let's say rare metals do start to become even rarer, right? Their prices go up in the market system, and that then incentivizes the use of alternatives. So, you know, okay, let's say we do run out of rare metals. It might just mean we find a way to pivot to other things, you know? So, like, the history's not written, and I'm not trying to make a case for saying, don't worry about it, all's good. Like, any potential issue we should look at and try and make a rational decision about what kind of, like, effort and manpower and resources we put into solving that problem. You know, try and make a good rational guess out of it. But But at the same time, keep in mind that we can adapt. You know, and we probably will do that. We'll probably adapt. That's nothing. The bees are dying from tick mites. You know what happens next, says Little Indian. Yeah, the bees. I've heard the argument for the bees made so strongly about how incredibly important they are. But like 10 years ago, they were telling us that they'd all be dead in 10 years. So, again, no cause to say, it's all good, put your head in the sand. Just, it's one of these things, like... I remember it because it was... where I used to live, we had a lot of bees in the garden, and I learned about this, and then I started going out there in the summer and paying more attention to them, and like, you can stand really close to them and just watch them all pollinating in the bushes. I remember really enjoying that, and, you know, like 10 years later, they're not all gone. I mean, maybe they're in a worse state, maybe it's not as good as it was back then, but like... Yeah, the bees one seemed like a real serious problem to me. Maybe in 10 years they will all be gone, and we'll be feeling the effects of it. I read that someone has developed a bee vaccine, says Smarty Paints. Wow, a vaccine for the bees. That's cool. That's interesting. Maybe be slightly fearful that we're playing God more and more with this stuff, you know. Something I've noticed in my lifetime, the geese used to migrate away for the whole winter. Nowadays, plenty of geese stick around all winter long, says Nomadic Nova. Yeah, you'll see migration changes. But yeah, it reminds me of this bug splatter thing. Like, they call it like biomass or whatever. Like, before I was born in like the 70s and stuff, people used to have to like wipe bugs off their windscreen wipers on their car. You know, like you'd be driving down the motorway and you get a load of bug splatter on your windscreen. Like, I don't think I even get one bug splatter onto my windscreen like once a year. Maybe I don't drive enough for it, but like a lot of people comment on how that you don't see that anymore. It shows that we're having an impact on this planet and changing it. Father of Apocalypse, thank you for 42 months, my dude. Thank you for using that Amazon Prime. Average Zing says, I've noticed less butterflies. Haven't seen one in years. Used to see them everywhere. So sad, says Average Zing. Yeah, that is. Remember, though, sometimes your experiences are localized. So although global warming is a thing, the many different effects that it can have, or like changes we're going to see, they can be kind of like individual to areas based on... Because, you know, climate is like the whole picture, right? Climate is like the planet as a whole. So, like, you have weather changes in different regions as a result of that. Part of climate change means some places get hotter and other places might get colder in general. And that can probably apply to different species and things. Like, but like, it's really easy to think of global warming and our impact on the planet quite fatalistically in terms of how we're seeing, you know, species of animals and stuff go extinct and whatnot. But the whole of Earth's history is a history of things coming and going. Definitely not as rapidly as right now. But like, life was always in this weird flux of like things succeeding and growing in population, and the population becoming too big to support itself and falling apart, and then something else comes in and takes over. Badger says, I live in the middle of London and most nature is thriving due to protection of green spaces. Hedgehogs need extra care due to gardens being walled off. Fascinating. Fascinating. I was at the London Zoo on the weekend. I don't really like zoos. But one thing about London is the air quality down there. Sometimes you feel it when you come back. These last few trips to London that I've had, I haven't really noticed it as much, but it's a big city, right? There are some good, nice green spaces there. It's so small there that it's not that great, says Badger. Yeah, I saw a lion and a tiger, and I feel like when you see those animals, it should be like majestic and, You should be like in awe of their power and beauty. And I just wasn't. I was like, they look miserable. This is like not where they're supposed to be. Just lying down on a green British lawn under a scraggly oak tree, you know? This doesn't look right. I remember having a discussion about limited resources in middle school. Reason why we still have said resources is because people have made conservation efforts shifting to alternative sources. That's why people said X years from now we won't have Y resources, even though they said that years ago. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Like, efforts do get made after people say these things, and then, you know, they said the bees will be extinct, then we made efforts to save the bees, and they're still here. That kind of thing, right? You taking down the entire tower? It would seem so. I was just happy to have a bit of a waffle and mine some obsidian, you know. Which we have successfully done. Let's go repair some tools. Yeah, I didn't need that much obsidian, but I figured might as well just stock up. You know, if I needed that much obsidian, a gold farm, you could use it for. But I've done that gold farm. We did that in Season 7, the old Portal gold farm. And I've really enjoyed some of the farms we've done. Like, I'm not the most technical person in terms of creating some super efficient, you know, best thing possible. Look, we read the game code, you can't make it any better than this. But I like it. I like how I find a way to just, you know, make one of these farms and give it its interesting little twist. Which is what my next farm has. Cybot helped me put it all together, which I greatly appreciate. Putting in a lot of redstone contraptions, which the technical community probably wouldn't think of using. But it gives the farm some unique character because it's not super efficient. I don't need that Enderman head. Why do I always have to fish out the Enderman heads? Why do I do that? Speaking of TCG, did you get to add it to the Twitch games list? Lucaro, yes I did. You can stream under the Hermitcraft TCG game name now. Question for X, how many more updates and feature additions do you think Mojang can add before Minecraft Vanilla feels modded? With armor trims, I personally feel like the game is already getting there. Do you think they should stop adding these new creatures and features, or just pumping them out every year? The question that you've just asked is one that I've been asked so many times and have read as a form of statement in my comments. From Minecraft 1.1 to 1.20, someone's always asked, is this modded? This feels modded to me. And then when I read my comments, I also see stuff like people saying, oh my god, the last few updates, they felt like modded, but this one feels like vanilla, you know? And I sit back and I'm just like, that's just opinions, right? There's always going to be an opinion. And when you look at the meta of it, it just evolves a little. It just becomes like, yeah, everyone's thinking that. Is it a bit modded? Is it not? Here's my take on it. Like, modded Minecraft is adding stuff to the game. Minecraft updates are adding stuff to the game. For a long time, they've definitely had a philosophy of trying to create, preserve, maintain a idea of what vanilla is. I think the handle on that has been loosened with some of the recent updates. But that doesn't mean what they're adding is just modded. Like, it's just, Minecraft is a game that evolves with time. It'll always have new content added to it. It's always going to change and feel different. And that's the beauty of being a Minecraft player and being a part of this community, is that it always evolves. It keeps evolving. I'd argue that the shame would be if they stopped upgrading the game. That would suck. Like, the fact that it keeps getting updates and new stuff get added to it, I don't have to agree with everything they add, but I love the fact that the game keeps evolving. And as someone who plays in worlds for like a year and a half, 2 years, and then moves on to the next one with Hermitcraft, like, it's exciting to do the Minecraft stuff again. But this time, there's more interesting things that have been added. And so the game just feels like bigger and more open the more stuff they add. It does have its issues with inventory management and things getting a little bit cluttered, I think. I do think there is some some tidying up of the way certain things work. That would be nice. But that's generally it. You know, like, this game is about how it changes over time, and so if it stopped changing, that would be what the sad thing. I think this whole comparison to modded is just not really that helpful. Because it's not modded Minecraft, it's the vanilla game that's changing. Friendly Spook, thank you ever so much for your donation. No message with that one, but I appreciate the donation, supporting the channel and what I do here. Thank you so much. Did we have any other messages? Hi, X, just wanted... Oh, I got a very nice message from Cool Nerd there. Thank you, Cool Nerd. Very, very kind of you to say such nice things. I don't like change, but I agree it needs to be updated, says Scotch Ramoon. You know, change is the nature of life. Change is the constant. The one thing that always can be guaranteed is that change will occur. So, I think embracing change goes a long way. Let's grab that, do this, and wrap it up, wrap it up! What's that song? Pump it up. I think it's like The Clash or someone. God, it totally popped into my head when I said wrap it up. I had no idea that was going to come out of nowhere. Anyway, it's the end of my live stream. Peeps, hit the follow button and stick around if you'd like to be a part of a raid. I'm going to... oh, let's go raid Slice Lime today. We'll raid one of the Minecraft devs themselves. You can talk all about modded Minecraft over there. Yeah, sending you over to Slice Lime. And big thanks to everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated, and cheered. All of your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you to the mods, the patrons, and the people gifting subs. I will be streaming again on Saturday morning, so swing back around that kind of time if you want to hang out with me again. But that's it, and I'll send you off to Slice Lime. Stick around if you want some more Minecraft. Take care, everyone.